Did you know a tribe which specializes in making manhoods bigger? The Somba are known for a particular rite of passage that stands out: the traditional enhancement of male genitalia. The process begins with a special herb concoction which is carefully prepared and applied to the penis.
In the modern world, women seem to be obsessed with black men, and the reason is spoken in hushed voices. It's about the size. But what if we say that the root of this size goes back to Africa, to a tribe that specializes in manhood elongation? They use ancient techniques that science cannot explain, but they work. And every woman in a relationship with a black man is a witness. Not only that, but it has become common knowledge that black men have bigger and longer manhoods. However, the reason and techniques behind it remained hidden until now. So what ancient rituals and techniques does this African tribe use that actually seem to work? In this video, let's find out.
The Black History Archives.
Deep in the stony hills of northern Togo, where earth and sky meet in silence, such a tribe exists. They call themselves Batamaribba, the builders of the earth. Outsiders once called them the Somba. Among their many secrets, like their fortress-like mud towers, their spirit cults, and their herbal mastery, lies a hidden craft whispered among initiated men only: the ritual of manhood elongation.
Dominique, your initiation starts today. You have grown up. Receive the holy water, be well, and come back stronger.
The Batamaribba live in the Atakora Mountains along the Togo-Benin border, where roads vanish into red dust and the houses themselves resemble living fortresses. Each dwelling, called a tata, rises like a miniature citadel of clay, crowned with turrets used for storage, defense, and ritual. To them, a house is not architecture. It is anatomy. The vertical towers represent masculine energy. The circular granaries signify the womb and fertility. The same logic governs their bodies. The body, like the tata, must be built, balanced, and maintained.
The adults take it in turn to carry the initiates on their shoulders before placing them on the ground to symbolize the passage to adulthood. From this moment on, they must stand on their own 2 feet.
Thus, their famed elongation ritual is less a curiosity and more a continuation of their philosophy. As they build with earth, they also build the flesh. The process begins at puberty, when boys are removed from daily village life and taken to a secluded enclosure on the edge of the forest. This isolation lasts weeks or months. Elders call it the house of making. There, away from women and uninitiated boys, they learn endurance, silence, and self-control, 3 virtues believed essential to becoming a man. Only after mental preparation begins the physical transformation.
For a young Somba boy approaching adulthood, the journey involves not just gaining wisdom and strength, but also undergoing a unique herbal treatment coupled with inventive natural techniques.
Each morning before sunrise, the initiates bathe in cold river water, infused with herbs known locally as kalbina and todo. These are plants said to awaken blood flow and harden resolve. The cold immersion constricts the body, then releases it, a symbolic rehearsal for growth through tension. After bathing, elders perform rhythmic massage using a mixture of pounded bark, shea butter, and goat oil. The mixture's scent is sharp and woody. Its temperature is carefully controlled over a clay fire. As the elder works, he chants, "As the tree stretches to the sun, so shall you stretch toward your destiny." The massage is not erotic. It is medicinal and meditative. The young man must remain still, breathing slowly, focusing the mind on endurance. To flinch or laugh is considered a weakness. The goal is to awaken circulation and prepare the tissues for expansion. When the initiate has mastered stillness, the elders craft a small hollow cylinder from soft living wood, usually from the nere or baobab tree. The wood is smoothed with ash and rubbed with the same herbal paste.
The process begins with a special herb concoction which is carefully prepared and applied to the penis. Now, following this, the initiate places his manhood into a hole carved in a branch or an ivory piece where it remains for several months.
This device, called the timba, functions as a natural expander. The initiate inserts himself into it for short intervals each day, gradually increasing duration over time. The process can continue for several months. The elders supervise to ensure safety, adjusting the size when progress is evident. Here's a reminder to please support us so we can make more videos for you by subscribing to our channel and giving the video a like. We want to build a strong community, and we need your support. Let's continue now. From a modern physiological view, the timba works on the principle of gradual tissue extension, a slow, sustained traction that encourages the body to produce new cells and collagen. But for the Batamaribba, this is not mere mechanics. It is a sacred dialogue between man and matter. Throughout the process, herbalists prepare a tonic drunk at dawn and dusk. Its ingredients include ground kola nut, powdered roots of the bagoru plant, and drops of honey fermented in calabash. It is believed to feed the blood and calm the fire, ensuring that growth remains balanced and painless. A second preparation, more secret, is applied externally, a greenish paste that tingles when in contact with skin. Some say it contains the sap of climbing vines that regenerate quickly after being cut. Symbolism and chemistry merge. Plants that grow fast lend their vitality to the human body.
This practice is believed to facilitate growth, leading to the desired size and length by the time the initiate is ready to remove it.
Once the elongation begins, the initiate enters what elders call the long silence. He must avoid unnecessary movement, excitement, or distraction. For hours each day, he sits cross-legged in meditation, breathing through the nose and focusing awareness on the lower abdomen, the seat of strength in Batamaribba cosmology. This meditative stillness serves two purposes. First, it keeps blood pressure and tension stable during the physical process. Second, it trains the mind. Without patience, growth becomes suffering. After several months, when elders deem the transformation complete, the initiate undergoes a final ceremony known as lifting the sky. At dawn, he emerges from seclusion wearing white clay markings. An elder inspects the result, not in a public display, but in a private assessment, confirming that the youth has achieved physical maturity. He is then led to the central courtyard, where a goat is sacrificed, and his blood mixed with herbs is sprinkled on the young man's feet, signifying grounding and lineage. From that day forward, he may marry, build his own house, and participate in council rituals. His body, now considered built, symbolizes readiness to continue the tribe's line. Now, modern physiology can shed some light on why the Batamaribba techniques work. Gradual traction, like applying constant, gentle tension over long periods, is known to stimulate mechanotransduction, prompting cells to divide and tissues to grow. This same principle underlies medical tissue expansion used in reconstructive surgery. The herbal ointments, rich in plant saponins and flavonoids, likely improve microcirculation and collagen elasticity. Cold baths tighten and relax blood vessels, improving oxygen flow. Breathing exercises stabilize hormonal responses that affect vascular dilation. In short, what modern laboratories call biomechanics and pharmacology, the Batamaribba mastered through observation, faith, and patience. Yet to reduce it all to biology misses the essence. For the Batamaribba, the ritual represents a conversation between earth and man. Their phrase for the male organ translates to root of the house. Just as a tree's roots anchor it to the ground, a man's strength anchors the family. To enlarge the organ, therefore, is to deepen one's root, a poetic act of anchoring. The longer the root, the wider the reach of life. Among the Batamaribba, initiation is not a license for dominance, but a call to responsibility. Only those who endure the discipline of elongation are allowed to marry. The idea is simple. A man who has mastered his body can master his impulses. After initiation, he must abstain from anger, drunkenness, and reckless behavior for one full harvest cycle. Violating this brings shame and withdrawal of ancestral favor. In this way, the physical ritual enforces moral behavior. The elders say, "He who stretches his flesh must also stretch his patience." Interestingly, women are aware of the existence of the ritual but never see it performed. Within Batamaribba cosmology, secrecy sustains potency. Knowledge that leaves the circle loses power. Therefore, initiates take oaths never to discuss specific methods with outsiders. A man who breaks this code is believed to invite collapse, a spiritual retraction that drains vitality. This fear of exposure explains why the ritual survived untouched for centuries despite colonial intrusion. Missionaries recorded circumcision and scarification, but the elongation ceremony remained invisible, spoken only in metaphors. Even today, few ethnographers have gained first-hand observation. The tribe insists that outsiders, driven by curiosity rather than reverence, would never understand the act's sacred intent. Though unique in execution, echoes of Batamaribba techniques appear in other regions. Among the Zande of Central Africa, similar herbal traction was used in coming-of-age rites. In parts of the Sudan-Uganda corridor, healers applied tree bark oils to improve fertility and stamina. These parallels suggest that controlled tissue manipulation was once a continent-wide phenomenon, a practical expression of an African understanding of body as earth. Each culture, however, localized it within its cosmology. For the Batamaribba, it remained deeply tied to architecture and ancestry, a bodily mirror of their towers and totems. Today, when scientists dismiss such practices as superstition, they overlook indigenous engineering. The Batamaribba's techniques are not guesswork. They are cumulative results of centuries of observation. Their tools, timing, and tonics form a precise system balancing biology, psychology, and spirituality. Anthropologists who approached the tribe with humility discovered that their rituals embody a principle common to all human innovation: trial, error, adaptation, and reverence for process. In a sense, the Batamaribba discovered biomechanics by instinct, proving that empirical wisdom does not belong to laboratories alone. What do you think? Do the rituals performed by this tribe actually work, or are their elongated manhoods just natural? In the comments section, let's engage in genuine dialogue and discussion on whether size is important and men should work for an elongated manhood. Would you like us to make more videos? If yes, please support us by subscribing to the Black History Archives and clicking the bell icon. You can check out more videos on our channel too.